Hello, this is a timeless channeled message meant to find you whenever it finds you. So the tarot cards we have for this reading are Temperance, King of Cups, and Two of Wands. Internally, the first thing I heard was a balanced approach to this plan. Okay, so it's weird is that when I look at this King of Cups, he's holding like a scepter or a bell in one hand and then the actual cup in the other. This shows to me that they're like two cups of different sizes. And with the Temperance, I see one cup being poured into the other. Normally it's about like equilibrium, but there's something about something being out of balance in your life that needs to be calibrated or like equalized properly in order for you to move forward on a plan. I see that you have something big that you're working on here with the Two of Wands. He's got the whole world in his hand, and it's like you're ready to make this next step, but internally, before you physically do that, like before you physically act on it, you're being asked to change something specifically on an emotional level, an emotional sense, before moving forward, because it's going to help give you the right foundation to work off of. Okay, so this type of balancing approach, the plan itself that you have, it looks like it's going to work, but something about the heart space or even just the mind, the way that it's thought of, it feels like it needs to be adjusted so that you can continue doing this for the long term. The way that I'd say it is like you're planning for a marathon, but it's almost like you want to sprint. Whatever you're planning, it does look like it's supposed to be long-term over a course and period of time. And ensuring that you don't burn yourself out completely at the beginning is going to be important. Understanding that it's meant to happen gradually, slowly, and from a balanced heart space. So we're gonna get some clarifications for these cards. Spirit, can you tell me more about Temperance? Why is Temperance here? Okay. So Archangel Michael could be significant to you. If that's a name that you resonate with, you're being asked to seek guidance from the name Archangel Michael. Specifically because in the tarot tradition, Rider-Waite, this angel is supposed to be Michael, and something about the triangle, like Archangel Michael's fiery aspect, seems very prevalent here. So maybe you're being asked to like communicate with that angel, communicate with the element of fire. Something about this seems relevant, or like it's something that you have to ask internally for yourself about. All right, so the cards we have are Nine of Swords, Death, and the Hanged Man. Wow, okay. To be honest with you, it feels kind of heavy, like just the way that these three cards came out. Is there something that you're hesitant to change your mind on or change your approach on? Like, Nine of Wands is showing me that there's something here that you feel you need to change, or you already like cognitively know you have to, but something seems to be stopping you. It's gonna be different for everyone, but it could have to do with this sense of self or a sense of identity. I don't know why, it just feels more like an identity crisis. With Death and the Hanged Man here, they're both cards that symbolize like a new perspective or like a deep change, like an irreversible change that you can't come back from. I'm getting the sense that you saw something and you can't unsee it, and you have to move forward with this new knowledge because, I don't know, it's like, the analogy I want to say is like you peeked behind the curtain and now you can't like unsee what you saw. It's gonna be a bit different for everyone, but the key here is applying that change in your life, or applying what you now know to what you previously knew. Okay, so the thing I'm hearing is that you don't have to abandon all belief. It's more about understanding how this new belief overlaps with this old one. So here's the important thing. In this reading, or in these three cards, the Tower did not show up, and I don't get the sense of the Tower when I ask internally. So it's not about completely dismantling a foundation. It is, once again, just about adjusting it. Pouring the energy from one thought process, one belief system, into another one that is a bit more balanced and holistic to the new person that you are now. All right, so let's move on to the next card. Spirit, can you tell me more about the King of Cups? Why is the King of Cups here? I keep hearing ships coming in. I don't know why, but like, also in the King of Cups, there's a little ship behind him. For some reason, that color, the image of the ship is just standing out so strongly to me. Maybe we'll get some clarification with these cards. So, we got King of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Sun. Ooh. Okay. Internally, I'm hearing going with the flow, but the wind has changed. I think that's why the image of the ship sounded, or was so like prominent with me. It feels like you're going along, like you're being asked to follow two different currents naturally. On an elemental level, that is the current of water and then the current of air, which correlates to the heart space and then the mind space. Something about going with both of these simultaneously feels very prominent, or very like prevalent to the situation that you're facing. With the King of Swords, again, there's a symbol of transformation here with the butterflies. And the way that he's holding the sword, usually I see it as somebody who has to cut something away. I do not think it's about cutting someone, but more like cutting ties with your past self, to respect it as it is, but to understand that you're entering this new type of era. Usually court cards, I can see it representing different peoples, but I actually see you as basically the same person in all of these court cards. In the sense, you are the King of Cups, as in you are mastering your emotions, mastering where your heart space is. I see you as this King of Swords, as in you are mastering where your mind space is. And you are leading yourself. You are acting through example of how to live in coherence with your mind and your heart. The Queen of Wands, to me, she is the queen of the people. Very specifically, I like to interpret the cat generally as the shadow aspect, or understanding our like shadow side, our more like hidden aspects. The Queen of Wands to me is somebody who is at peace with their shadow or their lower self, whatever that is, And in fact, because she embraces her darkness, her light shines even more. Especially see that here with the sun card beside it. Lots of symbols of sunflowers and then the sun as well. Yeah, this is a balanced approach that you're taking, or that you're being asked to take. It's going to make your light shine effortlessly. I think that if you've been resonating with this reading, then there's something about your earlier approach, or that the first iteration of it, where it felt a bit forced, and you're being asked to relax into it, coming from a place of confidence again with your heart and mind, because when those two things are balanced, then you shine so much brighter, to the point where just you naturally attract people. Okay. Let's move on to this last card, the Two of Wands. Spirit, can you tell me why the Two of Wands is here? Why did this card show up? All right, so the cards we have are Justice, Ten of Wands, and Six of Cups. Okay. Once again, I feel like Justice summarizes a lot of what this reading has been about. Symbols of the balance, talking about adjusting or making sure that where you're pouring your energy is from an equilibrium state. But with that sword here, there is that message of cutting something out again, or just like letting go of something that's too heavy for you. Okay, Ten of Wands and Six of Cups. So Six of Cups can sometimes talk about a past person, but it often represents memories. I think that there is a hard memory in your mind that you're being asked to let go of. Let me be clear, it's not about forgetting it. It's about understanding it with detachment, understanding and respecting what you've had to go through in order to get to where you are right now, and to let it be. You don't need to overthink it or to hold it as like a key aspect of your identity anymore. I think in the past you might have had to, or if it was a very strong sense of who you are. But I see now in this time of your life, it may actually be weighing you down more than it needs to. Like, it was something that did help you before, but like you can let it go. It's okay. It's a safe time for you to do so. And it's a safe time for you to explore different aspects of your emerging identity. There's so much here about like an evolution from who you were into the person you are becoming right now. So, okay, what's good is that a lot of this is not something that happens in the physical world. It's a lot of things that happen in the internal world. There were no pentacles that showed up in this reading. So it indicates to me that everything in your material space on the physical plane is right and set for you. It's more about feeling with your heart, thinking with your mind, and then letting these two things come to agreement with this new emerging self. So that's everything I'm seeing for this reading. If this reading resonated with you, please leave me a like and a comment. I would love to hear about it. And if you're interested in a personal reading from me, you can check the description for my email. So until next time, take care. Bye-bye.